Anyway, listen, man, we have on Paparazzi one day. Paparazzi one day is in the house. The last time I want to do Paparazzi one day, my voice changed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know
thank
if
you,
it's okay for me to
Paparazzi.
speak now.
Absolutely. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, Chioma, great to you. Atiwandemdewo.
Yes.
First, I wanted to correct something which has been said over and over again. Most people will put down the 1967 WR to pogrom. But one question most of us have not asked: what month and what year did that pogrom happen?
I think the
Now, let
program
me
happened
say
in
this.
66, right?
Yeah, let me say this clearly. The war was a Ojukwu war, but unfortunately, he dragged everybody into it because of his position as the then military administrator. I will explain clearly what I mean by Ojukwu war. Ojukwu committed mutiny by declaring Biafra 30th May 1967. Kachi, I want to go back to February of 1966 when Isaac Jasper Adakaboro and 11 others first tried to secede from Nigeria by declaring the Niger Delta Republic.
Yep.
Then Agu Irosi was the military, head of
Head of
state.
state, yep.
Let's remember the coup happened January of 1966, which saw Agu Irosi taking over as the head of state. What was the action after then? Agu Irosi sent down what they call police action and Ojukwu. That war lasted 11 days. They suppressed Azikadakaboro, arrested him and 11 others, and summarily tried him and sentenced him to die. He was in detention before the counter coup happened, same 1966 July, which saw Gowon taking over. Gowon let him out. There were back and forth, Abori Accord. Now Gowon was thinking out of the box. What did he do? 27th of May, 1967, Gowon created 12 states in Nigeria. Out of that 12 states, 2 states were created out of the eastern region as a then. River State is one of them. And Akwa Ibom. So that means Ojukwu has been cut to size. Was it J.T. Spiff that was appointed the military administrator? I can't remember of River State. That means Ojukwu, there's nothing like eastern region again. This happened. This is my personal interrogation and my personal theory. Nobody's bound to believe in it. That was on 27th of May. On 30th, Ojukwu declared Biafra, trying to secede. The same thing Isaac Adakaboro did in February of 1966.
Yep.
The Nigerian state refused, came for him. Ojukwu cannot do the same in 1967, May 30th, and we expect the Nigerian
Different
states
treatment.
as them to give him flowers.
Yep.
They will come for him.
Absolutely.
Now, it happened on May 30th. And let me state it categorically. No shot was fired till July. I can't remember, is that July 13th or 15th of 1967. In that window, they were trying to talk Ojukwu to surrender himself or leave the country. He refused. His interviews are there where he was bragging that the Nigerian government have ill-equipped battalion.
Yep.
They don't know how stockpile and how ready he is. At least between 30th of May to July was about 2 months.
And in the meantime, he was also advancing Lagos to go capture Lagos. He in that period too, he had captured Benin, advancing towards Ore. Abi, was it not in that period as well? It was in that period now.
Yeah, I'm coming now. So the Nigerian States tried, they sent, the British, the French, these are part of the history nobody wants to talk about. They sent some, diplomats, emissaries to talk to him to see the reason not to go on with this. Even going on air to declare it, So bottom line, the Nigerian states on July released the first shots. And let me say this, don't take my word for it. Anybody can search the YouTube videos. Nsoka, in fact, that war ended within 11 days, that war was over. But Ojukwu refused to surrender.
Yep.
He took the whole region for a ride. Nsoka and Enugu fell. within 11 days.
Yep.
That's simple truth. The
But
rest was just the only place they made serious impact was Abagana.
yeah,
Apart from Abagana, nothing else happened.
Abag and
Right?
ambush. Yeah. But anyway,
Abagana ambush.
paparazzi, make we stick to the, and thank you for joining and giving us that insight, by the way. But let us go to the
Okay,
topic,
now
which
so
which I
let
believe,
me come back to it now.
yeah, which I
First,
believe I know your stance on. And the show today, by the way, we want to hear more people who are still in this I don't want to this idea of say it's not a scam and all that. Those are the people who want to engage today and hopefully hear their thoughts and convince them otherwise. But let us hear your thoughts on it being a scam or struggle, and then we can move forward.
I think Chioma, my brilliant sister said it is a
Mm,
scam.
mm,
And I'll read out why it's a scam. First, Ojukwu deceived the gullible Igbo who knew little or nothing, took them into that.
yep,
He claimed he has everything it takes to execute it while he doesn't. In the heat and midst of this, he was exchanging worthless paper for Nigerian naira.
yep,
And why I call it all-time scam is this. That Oko Kondem radio station, Radio Biafra, was the greatest weapon. Even then, go and listen to Obasanjo's interview, even when they surrendered, when they captured, they were wondering, the whole news like going on the airwaves, how they have decimated the Nigerian side and everything, whereas nothing was happening.
yeah,
So it's a scam. After Ojukwu, who was
absolutely,
came with such an Enegan, it's a scam. Nnamdi Kanu came, it's a scam. So, there's no struggle in it, and I don't believe in
absolutely,
struggle. I believe in advocacy. They can struggle. I don't struggle, I advocate. So, my brother, Biafra is a scam. Short and
absolutely.
simple. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Paparazzi One. I thank you so much. I appreciate your thoughts and
Thank
insights on
you.
this.